What up, everybody? What up, peoples? Y'all, there we go. Come on, phone, stop tripping. Oh, man. What is going on, y'all? Wait for some of y'all to get in here. I know YouTube be tripping and they don't show you when I go on live, because you never know what I'm gonna say. So YouTube, oh, there they go. What up, y'all? There it is. Eileen, Nazarene, King, what up? Brown Wolf, never mind. What's going on? Seven Caps on Moon, what up? Roland, what's up? Terrence, Robin, what up? Sweet D, what's poppin'? J Nicole, what up? What up, Tish? What up, y'all? Roll on up in here. Got a few things to talk about. Man, that last video I did last week, that was hilarious. A lot of y'all like that video. I guess y'all start sharing it with a lot of people. That was funny. What up? What up? Greetings. What up, New Water? A lot of subscribers, a few subscribers showed up after that video. I guess y'all like that video. You know, just breaking down what got to be broken down, y'all. What up, Brian Jones? Maga Bills. Doobie School. Ha, that's hilarious. Doobie School. Fuck with that name. So come on in, y'all. So as you can see from the topic, man, it's been about a year. Peace. What up, Rick Michelle? What up? It's been about a year. It was actually a year ago today. It's the year ago today that I did the old conjunction video. So if you guys, a lot of you guys became my subscribers from that video. Actually, most of you, I got most of my subscribers actually after I did that video. The Great Conjunction, the secret the Illuminati's been hiding from you. So we're gonna get back into that because they took my video down after it went viral. It was started to get close to 200,000 views, and then they put it on the radar, and then they took it down. So then I tried to re-upload it, and then it got review bombed. So somebody snuck in there, and this is how I know somebody was watching the channel. Somebody snuck in there and started putting in the reviews a bunch of information on crackination, you know, anti-crackination stuff, sending a lot of links and all that shit. And so I guess it got flagged, and I saw it, but too late. Like it was like 10 minutes in after I posted the video, they started putting that shit in. I guess YouTube saw it and snatched the video, and then gave me a second strike and put me on probation for 2 weeks. Put me in YouTube jail for 2 weeks. So we gonna navigate and maneuver today, because we're gonna have to revisit some of the stuff that I said in that video, because a lot of that stuff actually came to fruition. I'm gonna find a way. I gotta find a way to repost it, like on BitChute. Man, but it's just hard for me to do that. There's no subscribers. I don't even have an account really there, but I need to find a way to put that video back out because it's so powerful. Everybody needs to see that information. But like I said, I'm gonna revisit a lot of it in this video. But first, I wanted to address a couple of some peoples. Tish, who was that? Tish, what up? So I wanted to address a couple peoples. Probably some new subscribers who haven't been with me for a minute. So they don't like the way I think I've said this before. They think I'm too jokey smurf with y'all. I giggle too much, y'all. I'm sorry. I laugh too much when I tell y'all this information. They don't want me laughing when I'm conveying information to y'all so they can get the information, you know, clean and clear without my giggles coming through. Oh, and they don't like me saying nigga all the time. Why you got to say nigga all the time? Whenever you go to stuff, why you got to mention nigga every time you say something? Well, nigga, you must not know what channel you on. It's called Reelnagas. Did you do any study on me before you start jumping on this channel and watching videos? Because if you did, you fucking up. You gotta study niggas that you watch. If you don't, you just motherfucking, that's just hearsay. You a sheep. Study me. Don't just motherfucking believe anything I say without studying me. And if you did, you know that naga and nigga is the same word and it means God. So every time I say God, every time I say nigga, I'm saying God. So I'll say it again. Nigga, 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 nigga. And I'm gonna keep saying it. And yes, I'm gonna keep giggling, nigga. You unhappy ass nigga. I ain't gonna fucking be sitting up here and acting like I'm unhappy for your ass. I love life, nigga. Yes, and I'm gonna keep giggling and laughing. You know why? Because that's how the information comes to me. I'm not laughing for you. I laugh, nigga, whenever I'm around the house just by myself, talking to myself, nigga. This is what you see when you on the video, nigga. What you see is what I do every goddamn day. You just have the privilege, nigga, of fucking peeping in. I crack myself up, nigga. So I don't give a shit if I don't crack you up, nigga. I ain't trying to impress you, nigga. You came here to find out shit from me. And if you don't like the way I deliver the information, you know what? You can take this little digit right here and press the unsubscribe. Come on with me. Unsubscribe right there. See how easy that was, my nigga? Now you ain't got to see me no more, nigga. Get the fuck out. Because I'm gonna keep delivering information the way I deliver information. I'm not gonna change who the fuck I am for you. So go try to find somebody else with the information that I have that's gonna take your ass up out of the bullshit that you in and give you less jokes. A little less jokey smurf. Get your bitch ass out of here. Talking crazy. Ain't about to change nothing for you. This is who I am. I'm a happy motherfucker. And if you know anything about astrology, which we about to get into today, out of 22 signs, I have 18 aggressive signs. So the information comes out like this. You better be glad it don't come out even more aggressive. Out of 18 out of 22 aggressive signs, I only got one water sign in my chart. Do y'all know that? One. I am on 10,000 all the time. But that's why I took martial arts. So I can bring it from here down to here. So for you niggas who don't like the way I convey information, get the fuck out. Now, my peoples are back in here. now I'm with my people. My people in here. If my people ain't in there, I will wait till you motherfuckers who don't get down with me. I'll wait till you get out. Till I start delivering information. So, what's going down? 1 year anniversary of the Great Conjunction is coming up on the 21st, December 21st, 2021. All right, so we're going to get into the breakdown of that. So if you know, we're going to get into conjunctions, what a conjunction is, and basically why you need to be able to follow that stuff. So first thing you need to understand is astrology. If you guys aren't on astrology, you need to jump on it. It's our ancient knowledge. It's our ancient knowledge, and it was the first science. It produced the word, and also alchemy. Astrology, alchemy, all of these things were our sciences first, right? And actually, astronomy came before. Astrology came before astronomy. It was the first science, the study of the energy of the planets and the stars, which are suns, right? So, because everything is energy. And if you don't understand, energy moves. It's always moving. It never stands still. It's always vibrating, moving here, going there, stuff. So, if you don't understand the flow of energy, it's always flowing. If you don't understand the flow of energy, you're going to be left out, right? You're going to be left bumping into shit. You're like a bumper cars. So, but if you understand the flow of energy, you can pretty much surf around here on these waves like the Silver Surfer. So understanding energy is the utmost important thing, the key to getting through this life, you know, in an harmonious way, all right? So what I like to call it is ohmology, all right? You know, ohm, O-H-M, in science and physics is resistance, right? So it's basically, you know, in a medium, like, so in a wire, okay, in a wire where energy or electricity is flowing through the wire, the compression of the wire, or the resistance of the wire, the size of the wire, the energy flowing through it, the compression of that energy would be called resistance. And so to get that energy through the wire, okay, it's called, what I would have to do, ohm, basically the I'm trying to break down a higher science of ohm, of the physics of ohm, right, or the science of ohm. And so basically when energy flows through a medium, it loses energy, right? Okay, so basically if it's at, you got point A, and if I have to send in energy through a wire, when it gets to point B, it's losing energy because through heat as it moves through that medium, right? So when it gets out, that's called semiconductivity. But superconductivity is when point A and point B are on the same frequency or same vibration, and energy moves at a lossless rate between the 2 points, right? So that's truly how energy is supposed to flow, superconductively. When everything is in harmony, energy is supposed to vibrate between the two, right? And so that's ohm, right? That's what I call ohmology, right? The study and the flow, the study of the flow of energy. So that's what we're supposed to be into. That's what our ancestors were into. And so astrology was the main vehicle for understanding that. So, and for those people who don't want a better breakdown of the science of ohm, go look at the God class with melanin. I break the melanin God class where I break down the science of ohm. But astrology is what we were on. We didn't do anything without astrology back in the day. We didn't do any military campaigns. You know, we waited till the stars were right, till the planets were in the right position. Then we would hit this, you know, we would hit this people over here. Then if the stars ain't right, then we chill out on this raid. And if the stars ain't right, we don't grow plants at this time because the stars ain't right for this. And we don't produce children at this certain time because all these things, a lot of things were run by astrology, right? And so it still is. That's why you have you have Washington D.C. and Kemet, ancient Kemet, both laid out in according to the stars because they still use that shit, right? What's the quote by J.P. Morgan? Millionaires use accountants, billionaires use astrologers, right? Or consultants. Millionaires use consultants, billionaires use astrologers. So astrology runs pretty much everything, especially the main people, those old ass rich people who are the controllers of all of this shit. They run everything on astrology. Nothing moves without an astrological say-so. Okay, at the very top, this is what they do. Now, while all the while telling you it's spookism. Don't get on that, nigga. That's the devil. Nigga, no, nigga, that's the devil. Nigga, no, nigga, the devil in the corner right there. As soon as you, hey, no. That's what they'll tell you, nigga. The devil is right behind you as while you doing your chart, your astrological chart. The devil's over your shoulder, like, yeah, nigga, right there, nigga. You a Scorpio in a Libra, my nigga. No, that's not what it is. They tell you that shit to scare you away from it, so they keep the power. They keep the energy of it. If it's fewer people using that energy, mean it leaves it more for them to be able to use, right? So, you know, they do their rituals. This is why you got the secret society. This is what they're doing at the top in these secret societies. They're in these back rooms where they're doing these rituals and oh my mama said, mama saw, mama maku saw, and they doing all this shit. Nigga, they are motherfucking engineering energetically the shit the way they want it to go, right? So why is this so important though? This Saturn Jupiter conjunction, why was it so important? Because in ancient history, first of all, Jupiter and Saturn being the two biggest bodies in our solar system besides the sun, whenever they come together, their electromagnetic fields come very close. They create a certain energy, right? This is called the Great Conjunction. It happens every 20 years, right? These planets are so big that they actually, when they come together, they actually throw the wobble, the rotation of the sun off, because the sun actually has a circular rotation as well. So when these planets come together, they throw the wobble of the sun off a little bit, right? That's how big their magnetic fields are. So every 20 years, these planets come together, and because of what these two planets mean, every single year there's rituals done in order to set, plans out the way that certain people want things to go for that next 20 years in life. These energies are basically like a power plant for a big power cord, the biggest power. Think of the biggest power cord for the iPhone you could ever see in the universe, and that's what this is for whatever you want to get done. It's the universal, the biggest power cord in the universe, right? And so we have used that throughout history. This is why we were able to rule things for so long. This is why we rose and we would fall, because everything, you can't stay at the top. Everything has a swing, pendulum swing. So anything that rises to the top is going to eventually fall. But we would fall for just a small amount of time, because we had this knowledge, work our astrology shit, and then bring our societies back up. This is why we would rule for 1,000 years, 1,500 years, fall, and fall for a few hundred years, and then come back up, rule again for another 1,000 years, and then because our downtime is not that long because of the knowledge we had and the harmony we had working with the universe. Okay, and so. That's the information we wouldn't let out. This is one of the karmic backlashes that we're getting right now. We held on to that information, and we used it to subjugate pretty much the rest of the planet. This is when we had that Moorish empire, right? We were using our astrology and our power majorly. This is where you get in the symbology in the movies, all the wizards and all of that shit, and Merlin and all of that. They were using these astrological, these heavenly bodies, the energies of these heavenly bodies coming together at certain times, drawing on that energy to power their endeavors. You can do this too. This is what I got into last year. Anyone can draw on this energy. It is not exclusive to somebody else. Anyone who focuses their intent on these energies can draw from that energy to power anything that you got going on. Anybody. It ain't exclusive to nobody, right? So they've been doing this for every 20 years though, since they got the information. The reason, there's the conjunctions, the great conjunctions, and then there's what's called the Great Reset, right? And so this happens. It rarely happens. The last time this one happened before 2020 was in 1226, May 4th, 1226. The last time the Moors ruled, right? And so when it happened back at that time, it moved into a new element. So every time these planets come together, they come together in a certain element, right? And so for 200 years, the last 200 years, Jupiter and Saturn have been coming together in Earth signs, right? So that, Earth is very stagnant and slow, and it's about organization and stuff like that. So, but in 800 years ago, over 800 years ago, it moved into a 200 year period of air signs. This is the time when the Caucasian communities and societies came up out of the rule or the smash down that we were putting on them, the subjugation that we had on them at that time. That's when information, because air deals with information and ideas, and communication, and that's when all of that information started to flow out into those communities, and they used it, came back, got that knowledge, and then used it to take over the world. Now, why is this conjunction so important? Because Saturn, as you can see, Saturn runs every goddamn thing. Saturn, go look up my old Saturn videos from about a couple of years ago, or 2020, when Kobe died. I did a few Saturn videos breaking down the history of Saturn. And I will go over it a little bit through here, but you got to go back to those videos if you really want to get deep on the symbolism of Saturn. I really go hard into that shit, because they killed the homie Kobe, GG. So Saturn, right? Saturn was the great father, right? It's in ancient Greek. Greece is Kronos, right? And Kronos was the Titan, right? And Titan, then from Kronos he had he had his children. His main kids, the ones who overthrew him, were Poseidon, Hades, and Zeus, right? And so remember, all of these are just personifications of the planets, right? So these the Greeks. So you got Zeus represented Jupiter. So in this Saturn worship, the reason they worship Saturn because Saturn was our ancient sun, right? You go back to ancient Kemet, even Sumeria. It was called An, and then in Babylonia it was Anu. So the Anunnaki, y'all, just so y'all know, Anunnaki really means those who came from Saturn to Earth. To Ki. Ki is the ancient word for Earth. So it means Anunnaki, those who came from Saturn to Earth. So Saturn has been the major shit since the beginning, and it's been the behind symbolism that y'all been peeping for the beginning. All the symbolism that y'all see is about Saturn. Why? Because Saturn was the sun, the immovable sun, the sun that stayed up in the sky, the pole star, right? And it was the pole star because we were on the same axis. Earth, Mars, Venus, and Saturn were all on the same axis and moved together. Whenever one moved, they all moved together, right? And so when it would show in the sky, it was a very dim light, right? So it gave light to the planet, but it was a very dim light, right? And so but this is the light that people would use to put seed in the ground, and that's why Saturn is called the reaper, right? Because you reap what you sow, right? So they would sow seeds in the ground during Saturn in the winter time, and then during the in the spring and summer you collect, right? So Saturn was the only light that they were able to use, and it was the great father. Now the breakdown or the removal of Saturn or the fall of Saturn came when these planets started to move around, because these planets were unstable at a certain time back in time. If you want to see this in great detail, go look up Symbols of an Alien Sky by the Thunderbolt Project. I'll put it in the link in the description box, or you can look up the book The Saturn Myth by, I forgot, John Talbot or something Talbot. But go look those up. They break this whole thing down, and you should look at the documentary though, because the documentary gives you a great visual of the ancient cultures who all worship Saturn and had Saturn as the pole star, the immovable sun, the first sun, right? Even the word Sol, S-O-L, is Saturn, right? It's the ancient word for Saturn, because Saturn was the sun. And so when these planets started to move around, Jupiter pushed Saturn out of position. Saturn was in front of Jupiter. Then when these planets started moving around, Jupiter took over the position of Saturn. Saturn fell to the lowest hemisphere, right? And so just so you'll know, I'll get to that in a minute. So Saturn fell to the lowest hemisphere, and that was the fall of the great father, right? Or when he fell, the father fell to the dark side. And when that happened, when we were all in alignment on the same axis, our sun, which we see now, it was still there. We just couldn't see it because all the planets were blocking it from our view, because whenever we moved, all planets moved together, so we just couldn't see it. But its light was still ambient and around, right? So we still had that light. And so when Saturn moved and fell to the dark side, then we were able to see the actual sun. We was like, oh shit, goddamn, what is that? Like, wait a minute, we was worshiping that nigga? Hold up, fuck that. We fucking with this nigga right now, right? And so, but not that Saturn was bad. When it was up there, we used it, and we prospered off of when we had Saturn as our, we were worshiping Saturn. But when this new sun came around, and when this energy, this life-giving energy, the real life giver, we were like, okay, we fucking with that. Saturn, salam alaikum, my nigga. And we were on that. But Saturn worship didn't leave. Because then you had the other cultures who saw us worshiping Saturn, thought, okay, well, if that's the way they got to the shit, then we need to worship Saturn as well. So, but they couldn't. Again, we're talking about the less melanated people of us. So when they started worshiping Saturn, they couldn't worship it the same way as we did. Remember, we worshiped Saturn when it was at its height. They had to worship Saturn when it at its fall, because they're the exact opposite of us. If they tried to worship it or at the height of Saturn, it wouldn't work. We're the 9, they're the 6, and they got that science and started worshiping Saturn on its fall. This is why you see everything with dark robes, the Jesuit order. All of that is a representation of Saturn. It's worship of Saturn in its fall, the Dark Lord, Darth Vader, all of that. See, Luke Skywalker is the son. When Saturn fell, we got the sun who can move across the sky. This sun, Saturn, stayed there, but this nigga was bouncing. This nigga was like, hey nigga, let's go for a jog, my nigga. He like, nigga, come with me, my nigga. And so we like, hey nigga, let's put on a jogging shoe. Let's go with this nigga. And so we were moving with that nigga, Luke Skywalker, LUC. That's where you get Luke Skywalker, the sun that walks, or the light that walks across the sky, right? So this is the worship. Why the worship? Also, what is Saturn? The energy of Saturn it's the lawbringer, right? It's the planet of karma, discipline, slow growth, but through hard work. It's prosperous, but through hard work. Tenacity, but if you put your energy into Saturn, you just got to mash out when Saturn is around. But most people think Saturn is bad, because all basically Saturn is the energy that you put out, you'll get back, right? That's the energy of Saturn. But most people, when Saturn come around, they think it's a bad planet because it's known as the planet of karma, and they think karma is also bad because most of the energy you guys are putting out into the world every goddamn day is fucked up shit. You're not watching the shit that you're doing, so you don't have any idea of the effects of your causes. You guys are going out here blindly just doing shit and not paying attention to the shit that you're doing. Everything that you do, every action has an effect, right? Cause and effect. So usually because you're not paying attention to the shit that you're doing, you're not really understanding the energy that's coming back on you. So usually it's some fucked up negative shit. Not all the time. A lot of times you go out there, you do good shit come back to you too. But most of the time we put the bad moniker on Saturn because of that. Because we're not working at our height. We need to be working at our highest vibration in order to feel the full power, the righteous power of Saturn. But most of us ain't doing that. We on some fuck shit. Hey, nigga, what that, nigga? You see the booty on that bitch, nigga? Oh my god, nigga. we on some bullshit. Like most of us, we on some bullshit. So we get bullshit back. But when you learn the laws and how to work with those laws, things start to work out right for you. But that's the power of Saturn. Jupiter, when the power of Jupiter's the gangster. It's the party dog. Hey nigga, let's get the party started, my nigga. What's up, nigga? Hey, fill up the drinks, nigga. Hey nigga, it's doing that. It's the planet of fortune. Hey nigga, you reach in your pocket, you pull out $10, 10 grand stack. Oh shit, I ain't know that was in there. That's Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of fortune. Quick growth. Expansive, quick expansion, explosive growth. All of that. It's about movement. So these two planets are kind of opposite of each other. Jupiter and Saturn are kind of opposite of each other. And when they come together, they cancel each other out. These two energies cancel each other out, meaning the dominance of the two, of one of the other, cancel each other out. And so the energy is still there, but no one is dominating the other, meaning the energy is there for whoever wants to use it. You can use that power, that energy, however you want it. And so in 2020, these two planets, which come together every year or every 20 years at 0 degrees Capricorn, that's usually the Great Conjunction. In 2020, the Great Reset was them coming together them coming together in Capricorn. Because usually, actually, when they come around, they don't come around together at 0 degrees Capricorn. They usually come together, but not at 0 degrees Capricorn. This time when they came around in 2020, they came together at 0 degrees, where the sun is at 0 degrees Capricorn, and Jupiter and Saturn were at 0 degrees Aquarius, because we were moving out of the age of Capricorn and moving out of the Capricorn energy that we were into and moving into a 200-year period of air signs. We were coming out of a 200-year period of earth signs where everything is stagnant and stuff like that. That's why secret societies and shit like that were able to prosper in those times. Organization, a foundation, slow growth. That's why all of the bullshit was able to prosper back in the day. because of that energy. Now we on some gangster shit. Like every air is communication, it's ideas, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's technology. It's we start flowing, right? And so I said all of this back in 2020. What was going to come about when we reached when we got this? You know, things aren't going to be able to be hidden like they were in the past. They were able to keep secrets for so long, but in this air energy, things come to light fast. Boom, boom, boom. Like, nigga, you can't keep no secrets. Shit start popping real fast. And when these three things came together in 2020, it was the Great Reset. You had each planet, each of these the three biggest bodies in our solar system at 0, 0, 0, which meant that was the biggest goddamn reset that we've had in close to 1,000 years. I mean, the most powerful shit that you ever fucking can do was at that time. Now, these two entities, they come together. Every time they come together, it's 2 years. It's about 2 years. Sometimes a year, but for the most part, it's 2 years, which is why I'm doing this video today, because we 1 year in. We 1 year in. But when these things come together, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can power whatever idea, whatever endeavor you have. It doesn't matter if it seems like it's the craziest shit. You can do it because you got the biggest bodies, the three biggest bodies at your disposal, power at your disposal, right? 0, 0, 0, reset. Man, working for McDonald's, go motherfucking be a scientist. Your ass is motherfucking, you a garbage man. Go be a goddamn, go be a superstar rapper. If you want, whatever the fuck you want to do, you can do that if you put the mash down. You gotta, that's where the Saturn come in. Jupiter is, whatever you put down is gonna pop, because I'm the planet of fortune. But Saturn is like, nigga, you gotta put that mash down first, nigga. Like, nigga, I ain't just handing out, I ain't giving no handouts, nigga. Fuck you want, nigga. Hey, nigga, you better get to work. So that was Saturn, right? And Jupiter is the payoff. Jupiter is your bank, paying you off when Saturn is giving you the job. So these two things came together and still are together. The energies are still together, not as strong as they were last year, but they're still together strong. And so this year we're coming up again on every year on December 21st. Just so you know, that's also a reset. That's when the sun drops down to 0 degrees Capricorn. That's the winter solstice, right? That's where the sun goes down to 0 degrees Capricorn, stays there for 3 days. On the 21st, it goes down there to 0 degrees Capricorn, stays there for 3 days, then rises, right? So that's called, when it goes down to something called the Southern Hemisphere. It's called the Southern Cross. That's why Jesus, the Son, died on the cross, right? Because the sun, December 21st, 3 damn days, hits the Southern Cross, stays there for 3 days, then starts its ascent back above the Northern Hemisphere, right? That's when it rose after 3 days, right? So this is where you get that lore from, or that story from. But every time this happens every year, you can reset whatever it is that you want to do for that year. Just so y'all know. Anytime this happens, every year on December 21st, y'all can do rituals to reset whatever you want for the next year. Every fucking time. That energy is there for you to do. Just this time in 2020, this was the shit that we had been waiting on for hundreds and hundreds of years. Our ancestors have been planning on it. We had been mapping it out. You know, I mean, we had this information waiting for it. When we're talking about the new age and, you know, the dawning of the age of Aquarius and all that, this was, man, we had been planning for this. They had been planning this shit. This new world order shit for 100 years. This one that they got going now, but they've been using this energy for hundreds of years. How you think this goddamn society, this government has got what the fuck they got going right now? They've been using this shit in their secret societies back there doing that shit after they finish rubbing each other's booty and shit. Nigga, they using the goddamn secret society, using this planet energy to mash out on you. Cause you don't know it, man. Hey, nigga, don't you fuck with that shit, nigga. So again, they locked us up. They put us on lockdown so we couldn't use any of the energy. None of it. Remember, don't y'all get none of this shit. Nigga, don't fuck around. Hey, nigga, hey. You want some of it? You want some of it? Let me get your ass back now. So that's what that shit was. They locked us up and made us literally distance from each other, because coming together gives us power. electromagnetic fields, just like Jupiter and Saturn, our electromagnetic fields work together. We're nothing but planets. So if we're powering up and we're all under the same vibration, the same thought, think of the energy that we're putting out into the universe for change. They did not want that shit. They could not have it happen because they've been planning this shit for this little planned easy. They've been planning this shit for over 20 years. When they first got the patents on the Hokey. In all those other videos I showed you how America got patent, and they had patents on the Hokey in 2002. So they've been planning this shit for a long time. So they wasn't gonna let nothing stop this shit. Like, nigga, they wasn't letting nothing stop this shit. Get your bitch ass in the house, nigga, while we motherfucking finish making this shit. Put the mask on, shut the fuck up, and watch Marvel, nigga. so that's what we did. But we found out right before. At least I did. And I put that video out. And it resonated with a lot of y'all because, a lot of people started sharing it. It went viral, and you started, you felt it in your melanin, in your DNA. Y'all felt that this was the shit that we needed to be doing. Y'all was like, oh, nigga, I'm about to get my superpowers, nigga. I'm about to be out here riding, nigga. I'm about to be flying over these niggas. It was all kind of superpower memes and shit coming out. Last year, that shit was fucking funny. We started to hear about it right at the last week or two, but it was dope because that shit started to spread like wildfire. But so that meant a lot of us went out there and we did some of that meditation, right? So, but how far did we get? You know what I'm saying? How far did we get? Did y'all get it? Did you really put the info out there? Did you mash this last year? Because we only got a year left, y'all. Remember, the two biggest planets, two biggest energies, set at zero. But it's only for a small amount of time, which is why they're putting the mash down on us now. Again, what happened last year? Oh, Delta Airlines, right? Delta Airlines last year. What happened this year? The Optimus Prime or Omarion is this year. Why? Because they want to scare your ass back in the house again. Don't catch the Omarion. Nigga, if you catch the Omarion, you just gonna start breakdancing, nigga, in the middle of nowhere, nigga, and challenge somebody. You got served. So don't catch it, nigga. You gonna be serving niggas all over the street. So again, this is what they do. It's all about the fear, because they need to take all this energy for themselves. But do not allow them to scare you into not partaking of this energy. You got another year, y'all. You got another year. So we got another ritual. We got another ritual reset coming up on this 21st. Right? 21st, 0 degrees Capricorn. The sun drops down to 0 degrees Capricorn once again. And these planets, the energies are still kind of together. These energies are still there for you to mess with. Not as close as they were last year, because last year they came within less of a tenth of a. They came together within less of a tenth of a degree. So that's basically like if you look at the moon, it's like half the size of a moon. If you were able to look up in the sky, you would see Jupiter and Saturn, and they were together as close as like half of the size of the moon, of a full moon. Hadn't done that in almost 1,000 years when we were ruling. And then again, remember, it moved into a period of air signs. They used that energy, the Caucasian societies that we were subjugating at that time, used that energy to get up out of that society, and then took over this whole shit. Took it over. Got the knowledge and said, oh shit, we ain't giving that shit back to them niggas. Fuck that. It took us thousands of years to get this shit. You think you gonna get that shit back? Hell to the motherfucking no, nigga. We ain't getting that shit. Nigga, that shit is the devil. That shit is Satan. Nigga, no. Nigga, what you mean, nigga? You see that monster over there with the Ouija board? You don't do none of that. Nigga, no. So that's what they did. They took that shit, specifically the Christian church, because it was the Christian church that got our information first. because that's who we started letting into our schools. They were the heads of their society, was the Christian church. Even though most people think it was the monarchies, it wasn't. Even the monarchies had to bow to the churches. So the churches, we started letting them into the knowledge. Especially I'm talking about the Moor in this last Moorish period. Started letting them into our societies, our universities in Cordoba and Toledo, in Spain. They started to get that information, letting it trickle on down, passing it on. Eventually, they came up out of that shit and ruled us with it. Your information, the shit that we never made a move without. Never. If y'all saw the book that I had in the thumbnail. This is Alan Leo. Get this whole if you can get this whole series. But this is esoteric astrology. It's breaking down the inner workings of astrology, the spiritual side. This shit is pretty dope. But he has a whole series. But that was our shit. And you got away from your science, your knowledge. And as long as they keep you away from your goddamn knowledge, you ain't never gonna be in harmony. Because they using it. They using this shit all fucking day. They like, hey, nigga, thank you for not fucking whew. Nigga, if they was motherfucking worshiping sun and Jupiter and Saturn, nigga, we be fucked. Nigga, whew, nigga, we be fucked up. Thank you, niggas. So again, this is your shit. You have to use it in order to regain our power. And trust me, you're not going to get back to the height that we once were if you don't get in harmony with the universe. It's not possible, because you are a part of all that is. Again, the Kabbalion, as above, so below. Sorry, and for you flat earther niggas, this information don't work for you niggas. Sorry, you niggas, y'all gotta sit in the house and drink and eat some cup of soup or something, nigga, because this information don't work for you niggas, because astrology works with all the bodies being spheres and moving around each other. And y'all niggas don't believe that the earth moves, so I don't know how it works for you niggas. But for the rest of you niggas who are in astrology and y'all believe that the earth is spheres, this shit is out there for you. Get back in harmony with the universe. Remember, as above, so below, which means what's out there is down here. What's down here is out there. So you don't need to work that hard to understand nature and what's around you. That's how that energy or that philosophy works. That science works. Up there, down here, up there. All right, case closed. Let's go get some beer. That's how that shit works. So we were working that. This is how we had control over the world for so goddamn long until we lost that information. Well, we didn't lose it. We gave it up. We passed it on because we understood the karmic backlash of not giving it, because with the Caucasians, the barbaric societies, they were fucking up the world. They were fucking up. This is history. This ain't me just talking on some ill shit. You got all these barbaric cultures back in the day, the Visigoths, the Ostrogoths, the Vandals. All of these motherfuckers were fucking up shit back in the day. So we had to civilize them and teach them how to live with the earth. So we had to trickle that information in. We had to start giving these niggas information. And when we did, the karma of us not doing that for so long started just flood on in. And they started, oh nigga, you know, if you get a motherfucker who ain't ate, nigga, in fucking 5 days, put a hamburger in front of that motherfucker and then try to put a hand on it, nigga, he'll try to kill you. You ever see a feral cat? Where people feed, you ever see them videos where a motherfucker find a cat on the street who ain't ate in like fucking 2 weeks, and they put some food in front of him, and then they try to touch the cat just to pet him and shit. When he eating his food, that motherfucker like, ah! That cat be like, ah, nigga, back your ass up, nigga. So that's how they were when we gave that information. When we finally gave that information over, they was like, oh, nigga, nigga, back up, nigga. They start gobbling that shit up. Hey, nigga, you ain't getting none of this motherfucking cat food back, my nigga. Hey, go over there and get some Impossible meat or something. Get some Beyond meat, because this for us. So we started to get it back in trip. Now this information is embedded in us, right? Just so they can never truly take it from us, because it's in your DNA. That's what this melanin is about. All information is vibration and frequency. So as long as you have melanin, you're going to pick up on the knowledge and information. So they can only keep you down for so long, right? But they do that by tricking you into making you believe that you're something that you're not, right? Making you believe that superheroes are motherfuckers in Marvel and that you're not the superhero. As long as I can keep your mind down like that, keep you from understanding that all of this shit that I got this shit from was from you, then hey, nigga, we still good. We still good. And as long as I can keep you distracted every time that I have some major shit to do, like throw Kyle Rittenhouse and LeBron and you know, in football and in the World Cup and all kind of fuckery in front of you when I'm really trying to mash and take over this shit, then nigga, you ain't never gonna get your science back. Y'all too busy fighting over Black Lives Matter and you know, who the GOAT in NBA and what motherfucking is the best hip hop song and and all of this. Oh man, and everybody, Mary Jones, appreciate you. Everybody who's in that super chat, I appreciate you. I'm flowing the energy is flowing from the universe right now. So it's not like I don't appreciate you, I don't see you, but I'm just flowing. But I do appreciate the super chat. So you know, this information that, you know, that we have, or that was taken from us, that was kept from us, it is embedded in your DNA, which is why it resonates with you when you see it. When you see some real shit, you be like, oh nigga, that's my shit. You feel that in your vibration. So we're on the rise, and that's what this conjunction was about. This last conjunction was about the phoenix rising. Y'all hear me talk about the dragon and the phoenix? That's what this shit was. Us rising from the ashes with that information. That, I'm telling you, you have to be in harmony with the universe if you think you're going to do anything within this universe. It has to happen. And that was our rising last year. And this is why it was so important for them to keep that knowledge away from us. They know how powerful your ass is. They know you so goddamn powerful. Do you know that they don't, in the superhero movies, they don't ever want to really show you as a fucking superhero? Truly. Do you understand that? Like, take Black Panther. Black Panther, even how dope that motherfucker is, they don't really even show that nigga being as dope. This nigga ain't flying through the air and picking up buildings and shit like that. This motherfucker got a suit on, and which is your melanin, which is the dopest shit in the world, but he don't do nothing as spectacular as the rest of these motherfuckers. None of the melanated that damn superheroes do. Why? Because they don't want to implant that in your dome, that you that dope, because you are. They got all of this shit from your ass. So if they start doing that and showing you that, that's gonna spark what's called DNA, or memory in your DNA, genetic memory. They don't want to spark genetic memory in your ass, because then that's truly when your ass will come out. So look here, niggas. When this conjunction pop off, you sit your motherfucking ass in that house, nigga, and don't you ask no questions. Put a mask on, shut the fuck up, watch Marvel, nigga. We gonna give you a Black Captain America. Ain't that good? Hey, nigga, a Black Captain America, ain't that, nigga? What else you want, motherfucker? God damn. See? Black Captain America with no powers. This nigga got dope ass vibranium fucking wings though. Hey nigga, hey nigga, vibranium wings is off the chain. However, he ain't got no superpowers. They don't want to show you with major superpowers because they know what that'll spark in the dome. So again, this information is for us to retake. Take that shit back over and use that shit. Mash out. What did you do last year? Anybody who saw the video, did you put the mash down? Did you just say, fuck it, I'm gonna create a whole new shit. I'm over here with that shit. And then put the energy and the steps that you needed to do to get that shit, bring that shit to fruition, to take it over? Did you mash the fuck out like you shoulda? Did you really? I know a lot of y'all heard about the superpower energy coming around. Even if y'all ain't seen my video, a lot of y'all heard about, oh, we're gonna get superpowers. So y'all should have looked that energy up if it sparked some interest in you. You should look that information up. But if you did, oh man, appreciate you. Joe Wood, appreciate you. If y'all did you go out and mash out and do what you were supposed to do? Because that energy was there, man. Jupiter and Saturn, that great conjunction, y'all have no idea how powerful that shit is. That's what we use to power damn near everything. The power of these planets, this astrology, it is the major science. It is literally our secret science. It's our secret science. They have found that, and they have been using it against us since we've given it over to them. And they're like, we're not giving that shit back to these niggas. But it's there. It's back now. The information is back. Internet, YouTube, all that nigga information is back. They can try to hide it as much as they want. They lock your ass in the house. But what they did when they locked you in the house for that whole year, they allowed us to receive this information. We was looking up shit, doing it. We got, our consciousness came up collectively. But how high? Did you really motherfucking do what you needed to do to really put your energy and mash down into the universe? You had a year. What I said last year is I wanted to raise 1 million people who knew the law. That was my mission. So what we do this year, we started Know Your Rights Foundation. A lot of y'all start volunteering. Man, it's growing, getting off the chain. People in different states, they want to set up branches. Got my shit going. Did you niggas? You got to do your rituals, man. Make them personal. You don't got to motherfucking copy nobody else's ritual. You can, whatever is important to you. But it's an energy. What a ritual is, it comes from the ritu, the word ritu, which meant blood, right? Right? So you don't have to do no blood rituals. But a ritual is just putting the energy, the frequency out into the universe of what you want to come back to you. Right? That's what that is. That's all that is. What frequency and vibration, and you have to be detailed in that shit. You gotta be detailed. You just can't say, I want $1 million, and then turn on the motherfucking video game and then start playing the video game, think you're gonna get $1 million. That shit ain't popping. You have to be detailed. Well, I'm gonna get $1 million by this amount of time by doing this, with all these people doing this, and by be detailed. And then I'm gonna sacrifice this in order to be able to get to this. Because you got to give up something to get something. That's how the universe works. So what are you going to give up to be able to get that? You just can't put some shit out there and think shit's going to come into you without giving up anything. And usually that's your energy, that's your time, that's Saturn, that hard work, that mash out. You got to give up something. But you got to do it if you're going to get this goddamn energy back. And I appreciate everybody. Oh, man. Thank you, Isaiah. Appreciate you, brother. All the super chats. Love y'all, man. Appreciate it. But this is the energy, man, that we have available to us. Let's return to our godship. Let's return to that shit. Because once this year is over, y'all, first of all, get the information, because you should be teaching this to you. If you got kids, you should be teaching this to your kids, because the next one ain't going to come around to 2040. Sorry. But prepare your kids for that one. When that comes around, that's that great conjunction in 2040. And a lot of you will still be here. So prepare yourself for that time. What are you going to receive in that time, in 20 years from now? Okay, what are you going to mash out in order to be able to receive in that time? And then what else are you going to put out at that time in order to be able to receive back going forward from that time? This is your science. Regain it, learn it, understand it, put it out there. Remember, the acquisition and application of knowledge is true power. Y'all know the motto. So you can't just motherfucking just be watching sensational videos about you niggas being superheroes and shit and thinking, nigga, you about to wake up and leap from a building, nigga, and bust your ass when you fall off your goddamn stairs, nigga. Look here, it's not gonna happen. You have got to put the motherfucking work down. So please, 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 you have 1 year left. You got a year left to use this God energy. Do it. Put it down, do what you got to do. I know the world is moving now. And what I said, what they were using it for was to implement what they have going right now. I said last year it was going to be forced Hokeys. This is before they even put it out. Where we at? I said it was going to be forced Hokeys. We're in the thick of it right now. They knew what was coming. They want this whole new world order that they got going. It's a world. They want you to understand that there's there's a power structure, right? And they want all you niggas who believed you was free before. Nah, you niggas ain't free. Get with this motherfucking power structure that we got, that we're putting out. It's all gonna be digital, controlled digitally. We're gonna have all you niggas tagged and put digitally up in here. Don't worry about that. But this is the new structure of the world. Everybody's gonna be digitally tagged. You niggas are gonna be under a certain umbrella that we can find everybody. We're all gonna, this one world shit is about to come together. So we're gonna put everybody under one umbrella. Like I said, one government. And we're gonna rule all you niggas. You niggas gonna think that we're all together and we all have equal rights and we're all free and we all have the same freedoms and all this and that bullshit. That ain't happening. That's not what it's gonna be under the guise of that, so that you niggas can join and want to push it forward. But they got you niggas. They got you niggas. So the other thing, and the funny thing, like I said, they had the Delta Airlines and the Omarion. If you scramble those two words, it spells media control. Now, there are no damn coincidences. Delta Delta Airlines, Omarion, y'all know what I mean. If you get those two actual words and rearrange them, it spells media control. They are fucking with y'all. They are fucking with y'all. Seriously. While y'all sitting back, feared the fuck that, oh my God, oh shit, no, nigga, Omarion, Optimus Prime is going down. So, they have y'all locked up. Please get out of the bullshit game. Did y'all hear about, and so this is how far they're going with it, or where they're going, how deep they're going with it. Did you hear about the concentration camp, the Hokey concentration camps in Australia? So this lady, she put out a video. She was in one. And she was breaking down how they just snatched them up over there. They're snatching people up who they suspect have it or have been in contact with it. And they putting them in these concentration camps. You can see, like, the aerial view of it was a fucking compound with all these bungalows and shit. And you got to stay in there. You can't come off the porch. There's a yellow line and you can't step off the damn porch or you get fined $5,000. So what happened was, she didn't even, this lady who did the video, she didn't even have it. She was with somebody who they said had it. And so they contacted her and they said, well, you need to go quarantine. You need to go to this quarantine at this place, you know, I forgot the name of the place where they did it in Australia. If somebody know it, please put it in the chat. But you got to go quarantine here, or if you don't, you got to go pay, you're getting fined $5,000, or wait for the bus to pick you up and take you down there. So she was like, all right, well, fuck it, for 2 weeks, for 14 days. So she was like, fuck it, I don't want to pay the $5,000, so I'll go down there. So they test them. She don't even got it. A lot of people there in the place don't even have it. They just been in contact. But you know how they found her ass? And this is coming for you niggas. They didn't call her on the phone. They didn't knock on the door and come to her. They didn't have actual, proof that she was next to somebody. They fucking found her from her license plate number, from the fucking from the camera, from the Big Brother camera. And they tracked her ass down from her license plate. Do y'all understand? This shit is coming for you niggas. Like, yo, get her number, call her up, then hit her up. Came to her house and was like, yo, you got to come to this camp or you got to go pay $5,000 fine. Rolled up on her. And I already told y'all in the last video, they're doing that shit in Germany where they rolling up on people in the restaurants. Let me see your papers. This is where they wanted this society to go. The elite motherfuckers with the money. And they're not elite really, but I'm talking about the power niggas with the money. They needed to push this and consolidate society to make it more controllable for them. They got to take out a gang of niggas. Too many of you niggas, I can't control you niggas. I got to take out a gang of you niggas. Let a lot of you niggas take out yourself because y'all just unhealthy and that ain't got nothing to do with me. I show you how to live healthy. I show you how to live bad. You choose I put more emphasis on the fucked up shit, but I put both of them out there. Whose fault is it that you choose the fucked up shit? That's on you. So that's how shit goes. Remember, it's all about releasing their karma. They understood what we didn't. They're still creating karma. That's not saying that, but they understood that in order to alleviate a lot of the karma, they have to tell you what's going on. They have to tell you. We didn't. We held that information back, and the karmic backlash came from us until we call the Phoenix Moors, because we got the Dragon Moors and the Phoenix Moors. Dragon Moors, the aggressive ones who held on to the information in order to rule. The Phoenix Moors, the scholars, the scientists, teachers, stuff like that. They understood you know, the spiritual cats, they understood the karmic backlash that we were creating, so they started to disseminate the information in order to minimize the karmic backlash. But it was thousands of years of us smashing, so we had a whole lot of that shit that built up. So, but they understood that, and so they released the information to us just in cryptic ways. So y'all understand? Y'all saw the book that I had. This is the book that I put in the thumbnail last week. They talked to us in code. Did y'all see that? Y'all need to get this book. It talks about code and quantum cryptography and how they talk in code and shit like that. But so just so y'all know who didn't, who not, or if y'all listening to me and not watching, the book is called The Code Book: The Science of Secrecy, excuse me, The Science of Secrecy from Ancient Egypt to Quantum Cryptography by Simon Singh, S-I-N-G-H, Simon Singh, all right? But they understand to minimize the karmic backlash. They do a few things. They minimize the karmic backlash. They have to show us, so they put it in something they call movies, which they deem as fantasy. And they go, oh, nigga, that shit ain't real. But here you go. Here's Wheel of Time. Dragons, 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 dragons. Oh, shit, don't worry about that. That shit is fake. Oh, here's The Witcher. Dragons, 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 gold dragons, dark dragons, green dragons. Oh, don't you worry about that, my nigga. That ain't for you. That's fantasy. Don't worry why that white man was traveling with them two African warrior sisters. That don't mean nothing. Then he turned into a gold dragon. That don't mean nothing, my nigga. Oh, Merlin. The Merlin the series. Don't worry about that gold dragon they keep down in the dungeon, who's fucking intelligent, who's smarter than all of them, who Merlin gotta go to every goddamn time he got a problem to get the goddamn knowledge, the science, the magic, to figure out what to do. But don't worry about that, nigga. That's see? All of this shit. Don't worry about Lord of the Rings, nigga. Mordor, nigga. Don't worry about that shit, nigga. Mordor, nigga, ain't that nigga. Nigga, that's fantasy, my nigga. Didn't you like it? That shit was funny. That shit was good, huh? Hey, nigga, that shit was great. That shit didn't mean nothing. Crescent, nigga. Hey, what you talking about? So, again, this is their way of minimizing their karmic backlash, along with doing the ritual they do in Bohemian Grove up there with the stone owl, which is Moloch. Remember, they do the ritual with Moloch in up north in Northern California, the Bohemian Grove every year in the summer, where they sacrifice their cares away, their karma. They sacrifice their karma. Y'all got to go look at that video Alex Jones got of that ritual. I did a video on that. I did my thumbnail is of that video. So if you want to, I take you guys through that video. If you go back and look at that video, that live stream I did a couple years ago. But in there, it talks about that one of the script of the ritual is, we know we can't run. So they call it dull care, right? So they call the big owl dull care, right? So they're sacrificing their cares away, right? Because they do all this fucked up shit, so we can, so that we can not care about it and not have any of the, the moral backlash. We sacrifice our cares away, or the karma of it every year. And so in the ritual, they say, we know that we can't run from you forever, oh dull care. We know we can't run from you forever, but we'll do it with my brothers. I will do it for another year. So they're collectively using their energies to throw off the karmic backlash of the fuckery that they're doing in the world. And they got to do it every year, which is why they have all these fucking sacrifices. Remember, the sacrifice, they don't understand. See, they didn't understand what it meant, really, what we were doing. They sacrificed by killing and this and that. Sacrifice is not, you do have to sacrifice to give, but that just meant put the energy out. You got to put the correct karmic energy out. But they don't understand it. They want to kill motherfuckers, and it's a quicker way. It's a quicker way to actually release energy into the universe and to get energy back. But that's the wrong way, because you also release negative energy, which is why the person that's sacrificed, they usually get them to agree to it in some type of way. right? You're not just killed. You're killed. You agree to the murder in some type of way. Some type of way you live. Some type of what you said. Some type of way you have agreed to the murder, right? Just like Kobe. Kobe, they didn't just take Kobe out. He told Kobe said, he put the energy out into the universe that I want to have a career better than Michael Jordan's and then die young so that people can appreciate the career. Boom, this nigga put it out into the universe, won an Oscar, something that Michael had never did, solidified, signed the deal. That solidified the deal that he signed with the universe. The universe said, all right, my nigga, time for the payment. Time for that payment, my nigga. And so, you know, y'all know what happened. But it was also, his energy was involved. So this shit is going down. They you know, what they're putting out to you in you know, what they're getting ready to do and mashing out and putting these concentration camps and all that type of shit, man, it is coming. It is coming, but you in America, they can't do that stuff in America because unlike, I said this before, you're 50 sovereign countries. So they can't do that. They have to finagle and you know, cheat and steal and fart and do all this and that to get inside to take your rights away. Which is, y'all niggas don't understand how great y'all got it right now. But because you don't know, you don't give a shit, that shit is gonna be taken away from you in 2 days. And y'all niggas are like, oh shit, where my clothes go? Nigga, it's a robe that you don't know got on, but then as soon as it's taken off, y'all gonna be like, oh shit, nigga, my thing hanging out. Oh shit. So you'll notice it when that motherfucking robe is gone, but you ain't tripping that you don't really tripping that it's on. You're not recognizing that you got a robe on. But let somebody take that shit off. Your ass gonna be butt naked in fucking 15-degree weather. You're gonna notice it then. So they showing you what they want to implement in the world through these other countries. Australia being the main one. And did y'all see the Australian minister of Victoria? I forgot his title, but he's the minister of something of Victoria. This nigga who's mashed out more, and this is in Australia, this nigga has mashed out more for the Hokey than anybody. They got this nigga on a video, hilarious. Right before this nigga get on the podium and start talking about mandate, this nigga, he didn't know somebody was filming him. He is behind, they got the banners, right? The COVID banners or whatever. And this nigga is behind one of the banners, and this nigga goes, the camera's behind him. This nigga takes something, he go tap, 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 tap. This is what you hear on the camera. Tap, tap, tap. And then this nigga puts it, and he goes like this, puts it in his pocket, and then the nigga turn around and go, oh shit. This nigga did a bump of cocaine on camera right before he got ready to do a press conference. Nigga, you can't make this shit. This shit is crazy. Then he goes on the press conference after doing a bump of cocaine and tell you, nigga, mandate. Nigga, this shit is unreal, what they're doing right now. And the only way through this shit, y'all niggas got to link up to assert y'all rights in this shit. Sorry. This is the way. Y'all in a whole new world. Y'all in a whole new paradigm. Y'all, again, age of Aquarius. We left that old shit. That meant a lot of the other shit that went in those old ages is not going now. I mean, you have to do new things. You're in a new air sign. So you can't just think, oh, let me sit back and rest on my laurels and not know the law and not know my rights and shit is going to be okay. No, in this new age, they're moving to take your shit. That's the energy they're putting out. They say, look, fuck this. In this new age, we don't want niggas to have rights. That's the new age we putting out. So we about to strip that shit the best way we can. And so y'all niggas sitting back thinking, oh, shit is going to be the same way it was before. No. No, niggas. You better start getting together, get with some of them goddamn Caucasian motherfuckers who know about these rights and start mashing out before they take them all from you niggas and you have nothing left. Your ass is butt naked with your thing hanging out in the middle of the street. So, real quick, I want y'all to get the book, The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert Kennedy Jr. Robert Kennedy Jr. He just put this shit out. He's the one that broke off. He did an interview, man. If y'all haven't seen that interview he did with Tucker Carlson on his alternative show. Tucker Carlson got another show that he does on Fox. Go watch that damn show. He broke off all of this shit about your boy Fauci. Holy crap. He broke it. In the book, it's even more. Wait, you gotta go in there. He talks about this nigga. Your boy Fauci is full of shit, man. Y'all knew this, but wait till you read what's in how much full of shit this nigga is and how connected this nigga is with your boy Kill Bill. I mean, Kill Bill is holy shit, man. Y'all got to go read that book. It's called, again, The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert Kennedy. By Robert Kennedy Jr. But this is a part of that whole 2020 conjunction, what they were trying to put out into the universe shit. It's a year, they're a year in, but it didn't go like they thought it was gonna go. Remember, we're in a new air energy. So everything that they tried to hide, they tried to keep shit under wraps and hide. All of that shit is coming out. Oh shit, the government owns part of the Hokey. Oh shit, we didn't know. Oh, the government got patents on the Hokey. They didn't want that shit out, but it's out. So much shit is coming out that they can't hide it. So the plan is not going like they want it, which is great. But because a lot of you niggas still don't know your rights, it's still mashing. It's still going. They can put out some shit like the Omarion don't even hurt. It doesn't even, it's not even, you don't even get bad symptoms from that shit. But they're using the fear of it to still implement the mash down. If you really read and go look up what's going on with it, it doesn't, the symptoms are very mild. Nobody's going to the hospital. Niggas is kicking this shit in a day or two. No, it's nothing. But again, they just wanted to put the fear of something new out in your ass because fear brings your vibration down. It lowers your immune system. So anything that is out there trying to take hold of you will, right? But then it also leaves you powerless. Fear is a low frequency and vibration. It leaves you powerless. It leaves you unable to receive the higher vibrations when your ass is in fear. Constant states of fear. So they have to do it. Bah, bah, bah. Delta Airlines, Omarion. Then what's the next one? It's gonna be Debo. It's gonna be the Debo variant. it's coming next. So you never know what the fuck that shit is. It's gonna be the Michael Jackson variant. Whatever they can to throw the fear on you, that's what's going down. So please get that book so that you can know the plan that was laid out over 20 years ago so that you can start making some conscious decisions on, getting through this shit. Because everybody y'all so feared up with this shit. And I know they're coming after you, but they only coming after you because they know you don't know your rights. And they know you don't really know what's going on. But if you able to know what's going on and start questioning shit and just simple questions like, oh, how come 17, almost 18,000 motherfuckers have kicked the bucket? After being hokeyed up. That's from the Cat Dog Cat. That's not me. That's on the Cat Dog Cat agency. And that's supposed to be only 1% of the shit that's reported. 1%. And 1% of what's reported on the Cat Dog Cat is more people who have kicked the bucket in the history of all Hokies. In the history of all Hokies in the world. In the world. More people have kicked the bucket and that's according to the Cat Dog Cat, just their numbers. More people have kicked the bucket on this one than all the Hokies in the history of the world. But they like, nigga, you better get that shit. Like, wait a minute, nigga, I can't question, nigga, I can't hold up. I can't wait to see what happened to niggas. I can't wait to see if you grow a foot out your neck. before I go get this shit. I can't wait to see what happened, nigga. Wait a minute. I'm the wrong nigga? Wait a minute. I'm wrong because I'm questioning companies who have never created Hokies before. These companies never created Hokies before. They all of a sudden created a Hokey X juice in less than a year when it takes other companies 5 years minimum to do it. But companies who ain't never done this before, this ain't even their goddamn business. They created it in less than a year, and I ain't supposed to question that shit. And I can't sue these niggas if my ear start falling off. If my ear fell off, I can't sue this motherfucker. If I become motherfucking Picasso all of a sudden, I can't sue the company behind this shit either, nigga. But I'm crazy for asking the question, for waiting. Again, they created a Hokey cult, a worldwide Hokey cult, and it's crazy that no one is is doing any critical thinking on, no conscious thought on this. Just that simple shit. Companies who have never created Hokies before, all three of these companies have never created Hokies before in the history of their companies. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to trust in this shit. Without questioning. Without questioning? Just like, hey, nigga, let me see what happened. Let me just see. Oh, hey, nigga, I ain't saying y'all niggas shit is fucked up. Just let me see. But they make you seem like, nigga, again, they have this this Hokey cult going, this pro-Hokey cult. And it's growing and growing, and it's just the mentality of it that's going to take over. Not the facts of it, the bullshit of it. The propaganda of it is about to take over. So be ready for that, and you have to prepare yourself for that shit. And then what they're going to use to solidify, remember, this is all bringing the one world government. They're creating the U.S. government is creating let me get this right. The Pentagon is creating something called a UFO investigation unit. Remember, we told y'all they're releasing this UFO information to y'all because the Hokey may have the X-Files. Go look at them. Remember the X-Files? we told you the real agenda of the Hokey could be the X-Files plan, the X-Files plot. So go watch that. And then people, y'all keep asking me which episode. Watch the whole goddamn thing. It's the whole goddamn thing. But again, if you want to get a quick version of the plot, watch the movie, the first movie of X-Files. That'll give you a quick breakdown of the plot. But you got to watch the goddamn show, y'all. Shit, not which episode, y'all. It's the whole thing. You're gonna miss parts of the plan if you don't watch all the episodes. But they're creating a UFO investigation unit. Remember, I told you this is going to be the thing that drives all the worlds together, the UFO, the alien scare. When they put that shit down, the alien scare, that's when you're going to really see it mash off. And supposedly, that shit is supposed to happen within the next year or two, right? Some say 2002, some say 2024. We'll see. But they're getting you prepared for it right now. So the Pentagon UFO investigation unit, and it's called Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group. Let me say that one more time. Shit, that's a tongue twister. Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group. That's what the motherfuckers who's supposed to be investigating the aliens is called. This is aside from Space Force, who we thought that was supposed to, Space Force I thought was supposed to be the ones who investigated the shit. No, not them. They created another group to investigate the aliens, who they've been telling you exist. So what is that group about? Is these niggas going to create some type of treaty with the aliens and then come to tell you, or these niggas going to be the ones who alert you of the fear? Oh shit, they come in here to try to kill us. Everybody, oh my God, get your guns, get your... It's going down. Now, go look that up. Again, Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group. That's the Hokies. That's their new agency that they got to scare everybody into coming together in this one world order. But again, you have a year left to create whatever the hell you want. Every single year you can make whatever you want for your life. You can, but the most powerful time was in this last 2 years. This great conjunction, this great reset, 0, 0, 0. When those planets came together at 0, 0, 0, and a new energy and a new element, man, you had a super powerful, a super generator at your disposal, and you still do. The power's still on. You can keep going in, filling up your cup for one more year. You got it. One more year. Now, again, these planets, they come together every 20 years, and every year you can power up at the solstice, the winter solstice. Remember, the winter solstice is when you have more night than day. Summer solstice is when you have more day than night, and the equinoxes, the vernal equinox, excuse me, is when the sun, when we told you, comes from the Southern Cross, it comes back above the northern hemisphere. Oh, thank you. Who was that? Hajil, thank you. when it comes above the northern hemisphere, and when it reaches the equal plane, the even plane, it's called the equinox, right? That's where day and night are even. And then also in the autumn equinox, where that's in September, where the nights and days are even too. But then that's when the nights start to get longer. That's when the nights start to get longer than the day. But in the vernal equinox is when the days start to get longer than the night. So you know, this is all these energies, all this stuff works. All this stuff has been working since the beginning of time, and we've been using this energy. So again, to me, a part of this flat Earth shit is to get you out of harmony with our ancient history, because again, a flat Earth doesn't lend anything to astrology, because with astrology, the planets move. They have energy. They rotate. They move around each other. They go in conjunctions and shit like that. So if your model of the Earth is a hubcap, that shit don't work in astrology. Sorry, and that gets you off of your harmony. Again, so but that's the only when we talk about the argument being futile, that's the only part that I can see the real point of the argument is to take you out of harmony with nature and the universe, so that keeps you depowered. It keeps you depowered. Again, the true way is to be connected to the universe, the great mother, for you to be powered up. And if you're not, you're gonna be wanting. You're gonna be out there stagnant. You're gonna have one leg when you trying to run that goddamn race with one leg limping, like, oh shit, man, oh shit. You be running behind Usain Bolt, motherfucker, with a nub. So you have to get in harmony with the divine feminine and the divine masculine. These two things are what power the universe. And so get off the bullshit. Get on what your ancestors are on. They left the map for us. It's been here. But also, to counteract this new world shit that they're pushing, this one world order, please get your rights. You got to start learning your rights. You got to start somewhere with the basics. I'm raising a million Johnny Cochrans. Please get your cards. Constitutional rights card. Qualified immunity card. That takes that qualified immunity away from the police. That shield that they have when they violate your rights, they beat your ass, and then they claim, "Oh, I didn't know I couldn't beat his ass like that." Oh, Honor, you mean I couldn't slam him from the top rope, and then I couldn't jump on his neck with the elbow, and then motherfucking I didn't know I couldn't do that, Your Honor. My bad. Oh well, shit. If you didn't know you can do it, well, shit. Obviously, it was a mistake. Shit, how was you supposed to know that you couldn't motherfucking give a elbow to the motherfucking knee, an elbow to the neck of a nigga? You couldn't jump off the top rope and bow. How was he supposed to know that you couldn't do that? Oh, my nigga, you off. No. Qualified immunity is lost when they knowingly violate your rights. So when you tell them, this is why we know the law. You need to know the law. When you tell them they're in violation, or they're in danger of violating your constitutional rights, then, and especially do it on camera, now you got them. Because then they can't go back and say, well, I didn't know. Well, nigga, it's on camera. This person alerted you to the law. So if you have a constitution, if the police officers are vowed or had taken oath to the Constitution, then they're obligated to make sure that they don't violate your constitutional rights when you alert them that they are in danger of doing it. You understand how this shit works? Man, law is powerful, and we got the communities coming together who's seeing it. People who are just regular people, man. These ain't people who are out here mashing, you know what I'm saying, and graduating, college graduates and shit like that. These are regular people who every single day, not that if you're a college graduate that makes you smart. There's smarter people who don't graduate from college. But I'm just saying, these aren't formally educated people or anything like that. They are in here getting this law, getting this information, and mashing out with it. The law study group is growing like crazy. People loving it, taking on assignments, remembering shit, it is going like crazy. Y'all don't want to miss out on this shit, I'm telling you. When y'all start to see videos of cats mashing out, knowing they law like that, melanated people, y'all gonna be like, damn, nigga, they said they was doing that. They said they was gonna do that shit. I should have got in on that shit from them. You damn right, you sure shoulda. Not that we gonna leave niggas behind, because there'll always be a beginning point, and we'll always be there teaching, you know the beginners. But you want to get in on this shit so that you ain't left behind. Oh, Kimberly Bell, appreciate you. See, Kimberly Bell, she volunteered. I got you. I got your application, Kimberly Bell. She volunteered for the Know Your Rights Foundation. She in the game. Kimberly Bell. So So we're doing this, man. This is what we need to do in order to have power in this new age. You got to do something different. We need a powerful organization to be able to mash for our rights, in our direction, for what our causes. Again, they have the NRA and all the rest of that shit. We need something. Do we got something? If you got something else, let me know. It ain't Black Lives Matter, because them motherfuckers don't do shit. Is Black Lives Matter teaching you niggas how to assert your rights? They got any workshops in your communities teaching you the law? They're connecting the community and law enforcement, so you create relationships so the niggas, they don't see you as the enemy. Any of that shit going down? Because Black Lives Matter is full of shit if they not doing that, and they just taking your money and doing marches in the street talking about Black Lives Matter, which, again, if you know the law, the term black means slave, so it doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't. Black lives don't matter in law. So this is what we're doing. Know Your Rights Foundation. Please get on over there and get your rights, man. You know, we got these constitutional rights cards, like I said, and qualified immunity card. We got the flash cards, and cats know. I mean, cats are really learning from this, because people who got the flash cards in the police stop law class, I ask questions from this, and they're killing it. So, you know, these stuff works, man. You guys needed the tools to be able to do it, because you know you didn't have them, and you could use that as an excuse. But now you can't. Sorry, you can't use we didn't have. Oh, thank you, appreciate you, Brandon. You can't use we didn't know no more. We didn't have the tools. Nothing was put together. This shit is all here for you niggas now. Universe sent me here to give you niggas this shit. Now it's here. You cannot claim that you didn't know, or that you didn't have the information. Now all you gonna say, well, shit, why didn't I get it? You're gonna be kicking yourself in the ass now. Now it's completely on you. And remember, we got the 2 volumes. We got 2 flash decks. We got the 2 decks. Volume 1, Volume 2. Got a Volume 3 getting ready to come on out. I'm telling you, learning the law is fun. You know why? Because once you empower yourself with the law, knowing the law, that's the top, that's the height. That is the height of protection, is knowing the law. Once you know that, none of the big boogeyman cop can never fuck with you like that no more. Because they have laws and rules and regulations that they have to abide by. But they know you don't know that, so they can look like this big boogie ass man in front of you and then and terrorize you with fake law, what's called color of law. Literally, fake law is called color of law. So they make up the law on the spot because you believe that anything that come out of their mouth, all the shit that come out of their mouth smell like motherfucking roses, and you're going to take anything that they say as gospel. So, again, you have to know your rights to fight back against that stuff. I know you've seen the cartoons or the virtual reality cartoons I put out, and we got to trying to get you niggas to learn this shit any way possible. I know some of you niggas, some of y'all got ADD and you need to be entertained, so I put that out. That's why I crack jokes for y'all, because I know sometimes niggas' minds want to wander, so I got to motherfucking keep you niggas in here. But really, I'm just crazy, so I'm not really trying to crack jokes. I just see shit funny like that, and it comes to me in my mind funny, and so I'm relaying it to you in the way it's coming to me. But I understand, man. You got to get this. You got to get this stuff any way possible, and this is what we're doing. Again, get to know your rights manual. Y'all see that? This is where your information, all the information that you need to know, basic information on police stops. This will get you in the game. This will get you prepared to deal with police officers so that they don't violate your rights. And then when they do, they got that police bond, police insurance, and you go ahead and put a claim on that. Also, judges have bonds, so you know. Judges have bonds. I hope y'all know that. So just so you know, you can't sue a judge. A judge has what's called total immunity. You cannot sue a judge. Sorry, y'all. But they have bonds. And you can place a lien on that bond if a judge violates your constitutional rights. If you feel a judge is biased and really just fucking you over, like most judges really do. They are biased. They have a preconceived notion of who you are when you walk in there. And so all the judgments are made off of that. So if you think that and you can prove that, or you can you can prove it, or you just suspect it. You can fill out in order for the judge to recuse themselves. And if they don't, then you can if they violate your constitutional rights and you can prove that shit, boom, place a lien on that damn bond. Y'all see, we got this is the Know Your Rights logo. on the back. We got this on everything. Also, we have the religious exemption cards. They're being printed up right now. They should be here actually today, today or tomorrow. Religious exemption cards. We're doing this. You got to know your rights. They're trying to put the mash down with the Hokey mandates. We're fighting back against that shit. We Mayweather and all, baby. Bop, bop, wop, 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 bop, bop. So, not happening. We not doing it. But you have to learn the rights to be able to assert them, right? So for that, for the full package, make sure you go to the knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you're just ordering the package, because we need to build that organization up as much as possible, get it as visible as possible, and get people as terrified of that damn organization as possible. Because if you fuck with us, we coming back and smacking the shit out of you with hundreds of motherfucking people who know the law. Smashing down, not people who think they know the law, people who actually know the law, who can go here and look up this case and go here and look up that right and go and boom and come and mash on you, put together a complete and succinct law argument against you when we go to court. That type of shit. There is power in that. Y'all don't know, but that's why Caucasians have the power, because they run that system. 4% of lawyers in America, only 4% of them are melanated, and most of them are entertainment lawyers. You think they don't understand the power they have over you niggas? Even lawyers aren't motherfucking, they're not criminal lawyers? They're not versed in criminal law? You think they don't understand that power? Absolutely they do. And they praying you niggas do not jump into that shit. Just like they were praying you niggas didn't jump in the stock market. But so many people started getting into that this past year. That's off the chain. And you need to keep with that. But the law is the main thing they really don't want you to get into. And so when niggas trying to keep you away from something, nigga, what the fuck did that mean? That means whatever they trying to keep you away from is probably the shit, and you need to be learning it. So again, this is the bonds. You can place a lien on their bond or their police insurance, which they have to pay back, and it can mess up their credit if they have that tied to their credit. So this is why this is so important to be able to This is why this information is so important for you to know. Again, so get back to those judges. And then remember, you can get it if you want it for free. So if you want the whole package, just go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and order the package. But if you want it for free, that great book of melanin research on Reelnagas.com. Just go over there and you can order the hard copy, and I'll give you the police stop law package for free. All right, give you all of that for free. You only get one deck of cards though, so please specify which deck you want, 1 or 2. All right, you only get one deck of cards, but you get you get that law package, the complete stop police stop law package for free when you order the hard copy melanin book, and you need that too, because this is the science of what empowers you at the most. That melanin is a power plant if you understand how to use it. This is where you get venom and the black symbiote that empowers people, and it thinks on its own, and it's sentient. That's your melanin. Your melanin thinks on its own. Go look up Dr. Carol Barnes on YouTube and listen to his lecture that he did. Dr. Carol Barnes, and buy his book if you can too. That was a black chemist, melanated chemist, who really got into the lab and broke it down. So he breaks down a lot of the stuff what's in the melanin book. But the melanin book is all the research they've been doing on you for the last 116 years. So, how you're antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. Your melanin converts sound, light, heat, vibration, all of these things into energy for your body, whereas only chlorophyll only converts light into energy. Your melanin is 1,000 times greater than chlorophyll, and they're breaking that shit off in here. It also says that melanin will only be the main chemical that lasts in the future, and that Caucasian people will be dying out. It says that in here. It says that melanated man will be the ones at the top of the pyramid, while Caucasian people will die out. It says that shit in this book, but y'all ain't gonna know. They know everything that they should know about themselves and you, which is why they're in power. So as long as you allow them to keep that goddamn information, your ass is gonna still be under their damn boot. Get back to your godness. We got a year to really mash out with this damn conjunction energy. Where the hell are you? Where are you now? And where will you be a year from now with only a year left of being able to use this energy? Are you gonna motherfucking take it for granted for this next year? Or are you gonna really put the fucking mash down and get out and create something for yourself and your family and the world? You ain't just here for you. The universe didn't give you superpowers, nigga, just for you. Gave you superpowers so you can help the world with that shit, nigga. So get off your ass and go and help the world with it. You got the biggest goddamn power plant available to you right now, that conjunction. And then on the 21st, right now, do your rituals. Anything that you want, write it down. Do this ritual. Write whatever you want to happen for you that year. Write it down. Then fold it up. Excuse me, fold it up. Make sure you're folding everything in and fold it towards yourself because you want things outside coming in towards you. Fold that shit up and then light it. Put it in your thing and then light it. Let it burn because that releases the energy into the universe. Do your rituals. You can do something similar. Don't do it. I'm just giving you something you can do. But you can do something similar or completely different, but create your own shit. But that right there is very powerful. Fire, you're releasing that, you're getting all the elements. You're releasing that energy into the universe for you. Right? It's all about releasing, not holding on. Everything you understand, whatever you want to come to, you have to release into the universe. Holding on to shit makes you stagnant. It stops flow, energy flow in. It's an energy flow. And if you stop, the energy that's coming, it gets blocked. Bam. It's like, hey, nigga, move. No, you got to move, and so the energy starts to flow again. So if you want new things to come into your life, into your universe, you have to give up certain things that are not good for you no more. Things that you ain't really using, but you think, oh, nigga, if I give this shit up, nigga, my identity is gone. Nigga, no. Let that shit go and see what the universe has for you once you give that shit up. It has something greater every goddamn time when you're able to give up fuckery. Shit that is just fuckery in your life. So please do that. Make sure y'all didn't hit the like button. Make sure y'all, before y'all roll it out of here, make sure y'all hit the like button because that's how the algorithm, picks up the video. And if y'all want your people to see the video, make sure y'all make this video go viral. If y'all want to empower these people for the next year, just like we did that last video, make this one go viral because people need to see this. People need to know the power that they have available to them right now. It is major. You have all of this energy available to you. Don't fucking waste it, man. It ain't gonna come around for another fucking 20 years, niggas. 20 goddamn years. Hey, nigga, I done put my shit out. We mashing. I'm ready, nigga. Nigga, we out here doing it. We out here. We is doing it. Please, I want y'all to come along with us. But if you don't, hey, nigga, see you on another side. Nigga, well, I see you with a motherfucking foot growing out your neck or out your back. whatever the fuck they implement. Because we are building a fortress against that shit with this foundation. So come on in, mash out with us, and get it done. Let's get it done so that we can protect our families and the future. All right? That's it. That's all I got, y'all. First year anniversary of the Great Conjunction, the Great Reset. Did you reset? Did you truly reset your life and do what you needed to do to bring in the forces and energy and positive shit that you need to elevate your shit? Did you? Or did you just sit on your ass for the whole year in fear, hoping that they not gonna fire you or make you get the Hokey? That's what they tried to do. No, don't make me get the Hokey. They gonna fire me. Don't fire me, boss. Oh, no. Them in fear. Oh, I don't want to get the Hokey. Exemption letter. Exemption letter. Did you spend the whole year on that shit? Or did you really put some energy out into the universe that can truly help you? Think about it. You got another year. I may do another one in another year just to see where it all went. Where we got to after the 2 years. Are we all in a good place? We in a better place? But man, don't waste it. Please, don't waste the goddamn energy. Our ancestors, they revered this energy. They worshipped it. They used it. They gathered it. They bathed in it to power all of the things that they used to do in ancient times. Our main reason that we were gods. This was some of the fuel, but that was the major. This was the receiver for the energy. Let's just say. So that's the power force. This is the receiver. And we were able to do all the things that we put out, that we came up with in our imagination because of that energy. Let's get back to that shit. Because I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of these niggas running shit. You can see they fucking up the earth. So let's take this shit back over from these niggas and make the earth evolve and prosper the way it was meant to do. All right. I'm out, y'all. Peace. I'll let y'all next week. Peace.